So you made the big decision to delegate. I know. Or maybe it's a decision again to delegate, but you're finally getting an assistant for yourself. Yeah, we have a lot of team clients that come to us once they've already got team. But today we're talking about you've decided that you're going to start working with the VA and you thought you were done with your decisions, except for exactly which one to work with. And you found out you still have one more decision to make. Yeah, there's two ways this can work. Do you want a managed team assistance or do you want a direct report virtual assistant? So let's be clear, the word virtual just literally means they can do the work virtually anywhere. And I think most people mean the word remote when they say virtual, but that's a conversation for a different day. When we're looking at getting assistance for ourselves, we really have to understand that this is to have somebody that is helping us with administrative, executive, or marketing needs, administrative level tasks, and redundant processes that you just don't need to be focused on as the business owner. There are better things for you to be doing. So we've decided to delegate. Now we need to know ourselves and know well enough what works best for us when building our team, as are so many of my conversations. So, in the case of a managed team, you're usually assigned a forward facing client services person. This might be a project manager, or in the Time Machine Agency's case, it's somebody that's small business knowledgeable. So, our project managers all have small business experience and understand the processes and different kinds of needs you would have as a business owner. But a project manager is in charge of managing a team behind them, assigning the task work, making sure the deadlines happen, making sure the work is of a quality before you get to see it back again. And that can be really helpful, especially if you have multiple needs, right? If you need marketing assistant one month and then you need some executive assistant going into another month, and then you need an organizational administrative assistant, right? Those changing needs can be served oftentimes, depending on the company you work with a deep bench behind them of people that have different skill sets that can be utilized at different times. So your business really does get big team results, which is the point. The other benefit of working with managed VAs is there's a lot less of the minutia or what people call micromanagement. Again, I would argue that's a different conversation for a different day. But if you don't want to be looking at the deadlines, you don't want to be worried about whether the work is coming in, you don't want to have to follow up with the progress of works, these managed teams can really help you coordinate, stay on top of it, do the communications, and make sure the work is of a quality before it's presented to you. So there's a lot of benefit for smaller businesses, solopreneurs, people that really just don't enjoy that kind of thing, to have a team that's hired and managed that they get to just take advantage of by using for the very changing needs of your small business. However, for a lot of people, the word assistant really means that right hand gal Friday kind of idea, whether male or female. That idea of somebody who's there at your elbow, ready to take on tasks as you need to better facilitate your time. Now, remember, in both of these cases, we are talking about assistants. They must be told what to do. So, who you hire and their skill set and their capacity will absolutely impact the ease in managing them. So, with a managed team, you're supposed to be getting a project manager that knows how to serve you and your needs and make sure the team behind you can deliver on that. With a direct report VA, you're supposed to be identifying what you need and making sure that they match you with somebody that's going to be able to deliver on the redundant tasks, the administrative skill sets that you need, and the different ways that you want to be communicated with, whether that's every day you want somebody, whether you just want somebody for helping out in projects. Both can work for either a direct report VA or a managed team VA. It really is about you getting to know what you need in your business. That's the hard part about these decisions. Yes, there's lots of choices, but knowing whether you like managing the minutia, whether you like that direct report conversation with somebody, I totally get that. It's different than a managed team, which can get you access to somebody that can build a sophisticated back end automation one month and is able to help you with follow-up calls to clients and scheduling. Just different things. The limiter in the direct report is that not every assistant can do everything. And let's be clear, it's not the assistant's fault. One human is not going to be brilliant at all the things. But you don't need a big managed team if you just have a few redundant tasks and you literally need somebody to help you just get that done. Sometimes the managed team is more than you need, and that's okay. That's the decision point for you, boss. Boss on.